Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here to celebrate my friend Joanne and her 2,000 subscribers. I am so excited for her. So almost a year ago, we celebrated her 1,000 subscribers and I scrap lifted this layout of hers. And I decided that I was going to do it again. Looking through all of her layouts was so hard for me to pick one because they're so great. So I decided was going to go with this one, and I'm going to scrapbook this picture of me and my son at the Cheesecake Factory, and I'm going to use the Simple Vintage Lemon Twist by Simple Stories. All I have for that are these two things I got at Tuesday morning, and I did order this background paper. Spoiler alert, I'm not going to use that because it's just background paper, and I really didn't want to use it for something that was going to be covered like 3/4 of the way. So I also was not sure I was going to be able to match these colors very well, but I feel pretty darn good about how this turned out. And I decided to use this Cool Kids Die Cuts with a View, which is actually in my leftovers to layouts pile because there's only a handful of papers left in it. So I have my papers, I have my embellishments, and I have the super cute picture and this amazing layout. So let's see how this goes. So I cut a circle on my Cricut at 11 inches, and her layout, the way it's was posted on Instagram, the top's cut off a little bit, so I don't know if there was paper showing up in the top corner or not. So I am going to have it to where there's not paper, that black paper will not be showing over on the top left part. So I cut a 3-inch strip of this gold and gray that says love all over it. And I'm going to cut 1 inch off of that. So it's going to be a 2-inch strip and then a 1-inch strip. And I'm going to take the 1 inch and flip it over. So this is going to be that portion over there on the right side. But I'm not going to put that together just yet because I want to figure out exactly what I'm doing with the background paper. I chose to go with black instead of white because I was using this white paper with the little birds and stuff on it. And so I decided I would go with black so that would stand out. I also liked the gray on the black better. And so I decided I would also, with the circle I cut out, I matted my layout on it because then there would be less black showing on the left side where the circle is coming over. And so I thought that would help. And I had that paper, so I went ahead and matted my black cardstock. And I'm going to distress this circle all the way around, well, not all the way around, but all the way around the part that's going to be on the layout. And then I'm going to get that down. And like I said, I'm going to get it down up here at the top to where you cannot see the black in the top, very top corner, which at this point right now is on the very bottom left. I'm going to leave it to where there is space over on the bottom of the layout. Now, I am using my ATG gun, you all, and I'm so excited. And I said so yesterday in a video that I could not get my ATG to work proper because the tape kept coming off. And I mentioned that my friend Tara, the paper snob, showed me how to do that, fix it. So this is how. This is just an empty tape ring, and you just put it on top and close it, and it helps keep the tape on there. She is fabulous. I just said yesterday in my layout that she's like my favorite person right now because I was getting so frustrated and I couldn't understand if I was doing something wrong because almost all the crafters that I watch use these daggone things. And I thought, they can't be having this problem. Did I get a defective ATG gun? I mean, like, what is going on? And so I just happened to say something to her and she's like, oh, just do this. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I had a couple people ask me after my post yesterday. So there it is. If you didn't understand my word description, now hopefully that will help. Super simple fix. And I have not had to fix it once since then. And that was 2 days ago. So I'm very excited. Okay. So my plan was to use this big flower. One, the words I use are all in that teal. And two, it was too big and it looked weird. So that was the downside because I've got foam alphas or foam, embellishments. And then I have these layered ones. And I really needed some flat ones so that I could put them in there, but I don't have that. And I wanted to work with what I had. So I'm going to use this yellow one that I just had a second ago. But I want to get my picture down first so that I can make sure if it's going to cover any bit of that, that it's going to be, the picture will be underneath. So I'm going to get that down. See how easy it is to use when it works right? It's just lovely. Okay, so I get this down, and she has hers pretty much in the middle of that semicircle. So I put mine there as well. And then I'm going to put these other words on here so it'll say best life ever. So this is me taking my son to the Cheesecake Factory to celebrate because he is about to graduate 8th grade and he got into the high school that he wants to go into next year, which is super exciting because we weren't certain that it was going to happen. And so he was accepted and we got the official word that day. So we went to celebrate. And I know it may seem cruel to take a kid who can't have dairy into the Cheesecake Factory, but I asked him and he said he wanted to go. So, anyway, so we had a really nice time. It was a great meal, of course. I always get the chicken Madeira and it is delicious. And he told me he was going to try and find the recipe so he can make that for me. Okay, you all, I have the best kid in the world. Really, I really do. I have the best kids in the world. But yeah, he's going into the culinary arts program, hopefully, at the school that he got into. And hopefully he will continue to love cooking like I love scrapbooking so that I can get all this fabulous food he likes to make. So... All right, so I have finished adding the words. I added these two. One says squeezable and one says happy day. I felt like those were going to fit. I knew that those wouldn't work right around that circle, so I wanted to find another place for them. And since there's really nothing else on this circle, her circle is much more dressed up with all the florals. And so I thought adding those words would help give a little bit of something. So I add this little butterfly here between the word life and ever. And then I'm going to add these little hearts down here. And then I've built my cluster down in the bottom. And that one flower that I used, I did cut the little leaf that was on the right side off because it wasn't going around very well. And so I cut that off, but then I cover that little space with a little heart. So it's going to be a little bit more dimensional, but I'm okay with that. And then I decided I wanted to put some words down here in the bottom right corner. So I have one single word phrase in my other phrase book. And it says, not my monkeys, not my circus, but this is my monkey and this is my circus. So no big deal. I will find another layout to totally use that on. So I did pull out the 3 that I used. Say, choose to shine, never give up, make it happen. And he didn't give up and he's rocking it. And hopefully next year when he goes into high school, he will be happy with his choices. So I use my white linen and the shimmer spray to splatter down here at the bottom and up here at the top. And then I'm going to add 2 white enamel dots to the top and to the bottom. And then I pull out a gold. These are all from Paper Studio to add in there. I thought I might try and color match, but trying to color match that yellow or that aqua was not going to happen. I thought the gold was good. And that is it. So here is the layout that I lifted of Joanne's again. I would love for you to go below and check out, excuse me, all the people who are hopping along because all of us love Joanne. And she will be posting a video today as well. So I hope you will go check her out and go check out all her other layouts. They are so fabulous. She also runs our Simple Stories Saturday and Pink Fresh Friday, or she's part of all of that group as well. So she invited me for that stuff and I'm super excited. It's got me into using new creations and new collections. So yay. All right, now that I've talked your ear off, I hope you all have a fabulous day. I hope you'll come back and see me again really soon, and happy scrapping.